What's shakin' IBL fans, MagicActivatr here, and today we are joined by Elite4Walkthroughs coach of the Washington Lake Spirits.
Hey, it's glad to be here, back for season 2.
Alright, so the way this is going to work is we're going to ask you a few questions just so that everybody can kind of get to know who you are as a coach and a player. And then after that, we will do a quick little lightning round. So are you ready?
Let's go.
Alright, so first off, something I've been trying to ask all the coaches is, how were you first introduced to Pokemon?
The farthest I can honestly remember would be in 2nd grade. I believe I was watching somebody play Pokemon Leaf Green on their Game Boy, and I don't know, it was honestly fascinating to me. So I believe a couple weeks later, my mom and I went to GameStop. I picked up Fire Red and a Game Boy SP, and I didn't really know much. I was that type of person that just went through the game with their starter. Didn't know much about typings, but that's pretty much how I was introduced. I didn't know much about it, but
yeah, I think a lot of people
addicted.
had kind of that experience where the first time they played the game, they really didn't know anything about how it worked. It was, you had like weird ideas about how mechanics worked and things like that. So
Knew nothing about types, knew nothing about stats, knew nothing about levelings. I just tried to plow through.
nice. So kind of flipping from that, when did you, like after you kind of learned the mechanics of the game, when did you actually start getting into the competitive aspect?
I believe that was in the towards like the beginning of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I was watching some league battles from Shady Penguin when he was back in the GBA, and it just got so interesting to me. I didn't really go into competitive, but I loved watching it. I loved watching Smogon evolve and just see how people interpreted things, between how good a Pokemon is and isn't. And then eventually I just wanted to test out how much I really knew about leagues. So last year I got into the IBL and another league and just saw how well I could apply my knowledge.
Very nice, very nice. So you are returning from last season, of course, and you actually have probably one of my favorite team names in the league, the Washington Lake Spirits. So what kind of made you come up with or decide to go with that as your team name? What was the inspiration there?
I want to see if I can remember this, but I was going through like all the different Olympic sports names, and I was trying to see which ones I could play off to fit the Lake Spirits. I initially wanted to be the Philadelphia Flygons, then I tried to go to the Milwaukee Mawiles, but I wanted to try and have one with the Lake Spirits in it. So I like Control F, I put in Spirit, and out came Washington Spirit, which is a soccer club. Which it's a women's soccer league, but it was the only one that really seemed to, it rang. It had a nice ring to it.
Nice, nice. So it is confirmed that Elite4 is the coach of the women's Pokemon soccer club, I guess. All right. So with that being said, you did really well in season 1, I would say, and I was wondering if you could kind of describe, or how would you describe your battling style? Are you more of a there's some people who are hyper offensive, some people who like to play on the defensive side, or does it change depending on what kind of format you're playing?
I typically like to play in competitive leagues. My main strategy would probably be utility. Just picking up moves that people really wouldn't expect and trying to see if I can build a team around that. I seem to notice that a lot of my team builds revolve around having one Pokemon that has an advantage over the team, and then using the rest of my team to synergize with that. Whether it be setup or baton passing. I don't seem to do glass cannons a lot. I like a little bit of defense with my offense. Last season I kind of realized that the hard way, that I don't do well with purely defensive mons, and I don't do that well with purely offensive mons.
Nice. So you kind of like having mons that can play a few different roles and can do maybe have some surprises in store. So totally understand that.
I think the proper term for that would be Swiss Army knife. Just
Army.
a bag of tricks.
Yeah, I mean, I've always described like draft format as when you're drafting a team, you're drafting a toolbox for you to build teams around for the rest of the season. So you want to have that toolbox with the most variety that you can and be able to use it in as many ways as possible. So, all right. So with that being said, I know that you mentioned that you were in another league besides the IBL. I believe it was the PPC.
Correct.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. And so kind of having experience with a couple of different leagues, what is it that you enjoy the most about the IBL specifically?
I really liked the atmosphere of it. Like, if I had to choose between the IBL or the PPC, and I was mixed for a while, but then I decided, the IBL had such a fun atmosphere about it. Everyone was so welcoming. Not much conflict happened. Like, if any, I don't recall any time where the coaches really fought over each other or got salty about a battle and held on to that salt without joking about it, of course.
Yeah, of course. All right, nice. So cool to hear kind of your take on all of that as somebody who's been in a couple different leagues. So that being said, now we're gonna do a quick little lightning round. The way this will work is I will give you 2 options to choose from, and I want you to pick whichever one you feel best fits you personally. All right.
Okay.
All right. So up first, we've got Wi-Fi battles or showdown battles.
Wi-Fi.
All right. Speed or bulk.
Speed.
All right. Mega evolution or Z moves.
Mega.
All right. Pixel art or 3D models.
Pixel art.
All right. And last but not least, Pokemon Sun or Pokemon Moon.
Pokemon Moon.
All right. So thank you, Elite, so much for taking time to answer these questions. Best of luck to you this season. You guys watching this, definitely be sure to go and check out Elite's channel. His link will be in the description. Go drop him a sub and wish him luck for this season. And don't forget that the IBL Season 2 live draft will be on May 27th at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be over on my Twitch. That's twitch.tv/MagicActivatr. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and join us for what'll probably be a very interesting draft, I would say. But with that said, anything else you'd like to say before we wrap this up?
Please let me draft a Lake Spirit.
That's a request for all the other coaches out there. Please let them draft.
Also, to any of the coaches that plan on drafting Quagsire, don't. It'll save your sanity.
All right. So thanks again, Elite, for all that. But we're going to get out of here. We will catch you guys next time.